Thomas and the Shooting Star. It was past Thomas's bedtime, and the other engines were all sleeping in the shed. Thomas couldn't fall asleep.
Hey Gordon, are you asleep?
Thomas peeped. The big blue engine opened one eye. Thomas, it's the middle of the night. Big engines like me need their sleep, and so do you,
I can't sleep,
said Thomas.
and I'm still not sleepy. I counted sheep, I whistled my favorite song over and over, I had some warm oil, and I'm still not sleepy.
At that very moment, a bright light blazed a path across the sky. It was the prettiest thing Thomas had ever seen.
What was that?
Thomas asked Gordon. A shooting star. You should try to catch up with it, Thomas. Maybe it will tell you how to fall asleep.
Wow, thanks Gordon, I think I will,
said Thomas. Then quietly, so as not to wake the other engines, he crept out of the shed and went out after the shooting star. Now I can get some sleep. Gordon smiled sleepily and closed his eyes. Thomas steamed down the tracks and through the countryside. To get a better view, he puffed to the top of a nearby hill. There were lots of twinkling stars in the sky, but not the shooting star. When he looked down the track, he saw a bright light in the distance moving toward him.
There it is,
he peeped happily. Thomas chugged toward the light, but it wasn't the shooting star after all. It was Percy pulling the night mail train.
Hello Percy,
Thomas sighed. Thomas, what are you doing out this time of night? Percy asked. Isn't it past your bedtime?
I couldn't sleep,
Thomas replied.
and then I saw a shooting star, it was so pretty, did you see it?
I've been busy delivering the mail, Percy answered. The only thing I've seen is all those bags of letters and parcels I have to deliver.
Well, I'm going to catch up to the shooting star, and it's going to tell me how to get to sleep. Gordon told me so.
And Thomas hurried past Percy and down the track. Oh no, Thomas, Percy called, but Thomas didn't hear him.
It has to be somewhere.
Thomas insisted as he chugged past fields and farms. Suddenly, something landed on his roof. Thomas slowed to a crawl and looked up. A large owl was on his roof.
Hello, owl,
Thomas said.
Did you see a shooting star go by?
Woo-hoo, woo-hoo, said the owl.
Bust my buffers.
Thomas puffed, startling the owl.
Well, I'm going to find it and it'll tell me how to get to sleep.
Thomas went on as the owl flew off.
A shooting star can't just disappear, can it?
He thought as he looked up in the sky. Just then, down the tracks and over the hills, Thomas saw a light moving across the sky.
There it is,
he cried, and he raced ahead. But it wasn't the shooting star, it was Thomas's friend Harold. Thomas, what are you doing out at this time of night? Isn't it past your bedtime?
I couldn't sleep, and then I saw a shooting star. Gordon said I should find it and ask it how to get to sleep. Did you see it go by?
Harold chuckled. Gordon was teasing you, Thomas, he said kindly. Shooting stars are too far away and too fast for any engine to catch, even a really useful engine like yourself. Why don't you go back to the shed and go to sleep? It's very late. I'm just going back to the airfield to get some rest myself.
But I'm not tired.
Thomas grunted as Harold flew off.
Drat that, Gordon.
Then he gave a big yawn.
Well, maybe I am a little tired.
Thomas slowly started back to the shed. The whole way home, he tried to think of some trick to pay Gordon back, but he was so tired he could barely keep his eyes on the track. Finally, he rode into the yard. Edward was awake. "Where have you been?" he asked.
Oh, Edward, I couldn't sleep, and I saw a shooting star,
said Thomas.
Gordon told me if I caught the star, it would tell me how to fall asleep. Then, I saw Harold, who told me that Gordon was tricking me.
Thomas yawned again. "Maybe you didn't catch the star, but you certainly look sleepy," said Edward.
Hey, that's right.
Thomas smiled as his eyes dropped shut. Edward laughed. "Well, if Gordon said that by chasing a shooting star you learn how to fall asleep, he certainly seems to have been right." But Thomas didn't hear him. He was already sound asleep.